Rupmana wo, like
Mm.
the entire atmosphere, actually in the battle, everything. I want you to talk about it. Inano makamegi,
Mm.
kita jemi no workede, and ngat mu wer mo bear loy weng, like we want just to talk about last night actually.
Well, for your viewers, for your into the promotions, um, analysis mama ga kom ngomo timela wo twa tidwong.
Mm.
Others are very negative, mokeneti are very positive.
Mm.
Matamni mi attack the negative.
People check it positive,
What's
I'll give you
positive?
negative.
Okay, cool. The positive one, um, I want to thank the promoter,
Mm.
my event. My choosing a very good venue, to corporate, security wise, and the place is organized.
Mm.
The sound, the stage, the setup, really good. I've never in Gulu found an events place where after paying, then they tell you thank you for coming. My first time Oberalawo,
Eh.
hey, the guys and the ladies were saying thank you for coming. That was so welcoming.
Mm.
Um, when I went in there, the directives, Kitmano, Ashas, new bouncers, go watching it, or a bed command, do you have this, Kineno? Maybe the wristbands you have, Kiwachi bed fit at the VIP, bed command. It
Mm.
was really good for the first time
Mm.
in northern Uganda.
Mm.
Secondly, the pricing. I've never in the history of northern Uganda, Neno Nikichulo, 20,000
For an event.
for an event.
Mm.
So this is really a milestone. And I want to thank the people of northern Uganda for this. That is so positive and so good. Meaning, we are now in business. We are commercializing music.
By the way, local pricing any
Mm,
one of them China man.
mm,
If you go to Arua, look
mm,
down on command
mm.
30K.
Okay.
So I think we are moving in a
Yeah, somehow.
positive direction.
Let me get back again, Kong Manar. You know, back then, people used not to believe in our music.
Mm.
Ask ourselves, what take a pyro? And no power believing me, Eddie Rom pulling this crowd, Patola Romo pulling this crowd. So, Pato Aberuke, Eddie Wizi, Abnamo keeping on Dagachichul 10,000 or 20,000 men.
Mm.
You get it, eh?
Mm.
So, Kadongi are embracing, eh? Living around stereotyping things near konong ete lalakas konong ngongongongo. Ka
Mm.
inde chako ni okay now let us embrace home talent wachul to support. The mindset is support right now.
Mm.
Kadong dano chako supporting that is the best thing. So it's really you people, the bloggers, people have worked so much for this, and I want to congratulate and thank all of you for doing this and making it happen.
Mm.
Now, getting back to our discussion, as I told you, everything has been good and stuff. I want to get into deep as your
The blog here
your
done it on my tour.
blogging. I'm here doing it on my tour dong.
Eh.
Doing my tour. Malu pagigil malawo ni me. That's why na time I look on the negative part, but now what the positive. Me um amaro total ni luweni no go yupe.
Mm.
Pingo mala woni. Gena wengo
Go
yupe.
you over.
Go yupe.
And then and man na
Eh?
ko na la we mu pitch state helmet na la wo.
That
Eh.
was so nice.
Pedo
And then
pedo.
also,
Mm.
you know, your yeah, and I amaro the art
Mm.
maluwe ni go better kere
Mm.
stage approach.
Mm.
Though I'll now start from here. The stage approach of Pato was so good,
Mm.
but the organizers didn't know what to do with the stage approach of Pato. Look like there was communication gap.
Kid me coupe no be
Kien me
style.
coupe no be the style.
Mm.
Pato me adoni stage they didn't know ni match karam
Connect.
Connect, kneel down thing way too much. There
Mm.
was too much movement on the stage.
Mm.
You get it? So, but his approach was not bad. Kitinya, Kikele, Kichibe, and stuff.
Mm.
Same thing happened to Eddie Wizzy. But when I compare now, this is where we start from. Comparison on stage approach. Eddie Wizzy's stage approach was more mature than that of
Pato.
Pato.
Eh.
In a perspective, um, I saw, how do they call it? They call it mini kiloningo in a bubble lights.
Egin makiki na.
Aha, name again makiki.
Pero
And
fireworks matin.
yeah, mini fireworks was
Mm.
there. Like everybody was like, I started seeing this. I don't know. This was initially to be done by the organizers, not the
Not
team
the artist.
of the artist.
Mm.
And that's why I wanted to start with the negative things. So the promoter, next time, don't levy this to
The artist.
try to brand the artist. How will this one approach the stage?
Mm.
How will this one approach? Because now they're putting in a lot. Because Eddie is putting a lot.
Mm.
Those things are expensive. But at the end of the day, he needed it. He needed the world to see what he is capable of doing.
When you don't put it, papa mo no
Oberuchie,
Mm.
one war crowd, team national anthem,
Mm.
you get it, eh? So be organized, Kenya pedong lar.
Eh.
Eh. But also again, the fact that he was organized, he was taking too long. He knew the crowd was his.
Eh.
Okay, because like man, many ladies were there. I spoke here before.
Eh.
Ni takenen mondo beru duongwe.
Pa
Chirupo
Eddie.
vera yela. Edi ubitimu nga
Ucharo.
ubitero.
Mm.
Takenen mon nga uberu duong. So when even the MC announced on a count of 3 to 0, Abikelo Ediwizi, like
Mm.
the whole crowd was bursting Ediwizi. So getting to his approach, it was really cool. Beru mabe full.
Mm.
But then it took too long. Eh?
Mm.
So that's where I get to the organizer. What time frame have you given this session?
Mm.
Was there an arranged thing? Did the artist know me? I'll be on stage maybe for an hour or 45 minutes
Mm.
for the first session, then the other one like this. So it was like a free space. So Edwizi almost took almost 20 minutes
Mm.
in this.
Mm.
So you find someone will think he's trying to buy favor
Mm.
from the crowd. You get it?
Yes.
But okay, approach the crowd in a simple way. That is where ngeche no gere kid me approaching crowd no
No go gire.
with the team.
Mm.
It in anywhere.
Eh.
So in that now, Eddie Wisdom, Taro, the other side of approaching the
The crowd.
stage.
Mm.
Now, previously, man of foot pagoda on the stage. You better go where Pato down wall, go pa Eddie Wisdom down wall, like that, like that, like that, like that. All
Mm.
right.
Mm.
Let me get to the details of first performer, Pato.
Mm.
My Pato on the stage, which are away. Ka in music, it's an art of music from there.
Mm.
Pocha ki we mamege, though to someone will be like, pingo Pato dakti we goma.
We pangato ken.
We pangato kene kunu mirango, we mege.
Mm.
I want to take you back to one of the battles muti making Shiba
Cindy.
ki Cindy.
Mm.
One, they announced what they were getting. Okay? Two, in any battle where there is no restriction,
Mm.
an artist or a musician is allowed to go beyond his boundaries just to show the people that he knows what he's doing.
Mm.
Because an fusion, Meshage Belberutie, God, you're my angel, you're
Mm.
my babe. Then the crowd what comes in. Then he gets back to his other own verse. Then you see everybody like jumping. Ah, but you're there. You get it, eh?
Mm.
You get it.
Yes,
Now
yes.
that is showing you that one tells Northern Uganda how
Mm.
prepared and good this musician is.
He knows what he's
He
doing.
knows what he is doing. Pato Loverboy, to speak the truth, Pato Loverboy knew what he was coming to do.
Eroba,
Mm.
auntie no, you tell look. You ma auntie Mirna Madong, ida
Eh, ti
ilukuma
ilo
or
kumi.
money wana neni. Anga muti mabeo loyo. This is the only thing I want.
Let me tell you, there are two things.
Mm,
There is someone who works hard,
mm,
and there is someone who is naturally talented.
mm,
Those are two different things. Then there is someone with a vibe, and there's someone with music.
mm,
This is what people of northern Uganda have failed to understand.
mm.
Eddie Wiz has the vibe. It's
Yes.
like right now you're bringing King Saha and you're bringing Alien Skin. You get it?
Mm,
Alien Skin has the vibe, King Saha has the art.
mm.
You get it?
Yeah.
So when someone drops a vibe, the talent will not break it.
Mm,
The vibe remains a vibe. Whether he's holding the microphone the rightful way, he's singing the tune the good way, the key, whatever, people will not think, it is it where key man.
mm,
Down below, hey, nyiri dwane pe. You get it?
mm,
Down below, I want which you part of below, nyiri.
mm,
And it was true because when I'm to put Eddie Wizzy to sing his songs from lyrics number one
mm,
to lyrics number last
mm,
in 10 songs, it is going to bother him.
mm,
But if you are to put Pato to sing lyrics number one to lyrics number last on the
mm,
microphone like live music,
mm.
there you'll see that Pato Loverboy is better. But Edwiz has the vibe. Now,
Kang Holy Kong.
mm,
Nyan event any,
mm,
aberu katimu survey na team.
mm,
Kita jemno.
mm,
I caught up with a couple of ladies
mm,
today,
mm,
and they were telling me a lot of things,
mm,
of which
mm,
Pangeo Kango Mago Wachani is the same thing Magwakno in now in your
mm,
presence there,
mm,
actually in
mm,
yesterday. Who are they? Dano Beraman, Pato Loverboy full.
mm,
My vibe at your my back of full.
mm.
But the biggest turn off you can apart do Timomado when you twin down a coma.
Mm.
And future way, I don't like a ball, get a pa, go around Timomo. You know, those kind of things. Then why what is this?
I want to
I
disagree.
want I want you to tell me something about that.
Mm, mm,
In Gidebera Nanekere. What can you
mm.
say?
I want to disagree, totally disagree with that.
Mm,
You see, when they say better, there is these words that you speak so that even your competitor
mm,
unongluoro. But the crowd will not take it like you're communicating to someone.
eh,
You get it?
mm,
The crowd will think, nee, you're even talking to them.
eh,
So the battle will move out of the hand of you and the musician, but you and the crowd. So Pato yesterday, the battle
mm.
went out of hands. He was supposed to battle Eddie Wizzy, but at the end of the day, the
He said it
fans of
better.
Eddie Wizzy was battling Pato. You get what I mean?
Mm,
So now, if you know in that situation, the artist the romier the udu kongti di mana
mm,
uyom conduct twin crowd culture building the fan base kada okay nga where it was,
mm.
and it is true. People took it personal what he was saying.
How I done my doing by ni
Mm.
can you do ni kichaya we pato apato
But
ni kibeko mo pato dana
also,
ma dit no pero
also,
lola kilogeni
also,
walo ka bon ko lo ka bon.
let me say this. Let me
Mm,
say this. Ingeo color way on my microphone until lock,
mm,
irrespective of what he will speak.
mm.
Okay, we were here to judge the music,
Yes.
and he's also looking for trends. And that is where I'm saying Northern Uganda football Nyango, how entertainment business works.
Mm,
It's in Yangwe.
mm,
Pato is one person who always look for trend every day.
mm,
Penny, Pato has gotten to learn, okay, social media karaba, it is important.
mm,
Then he didn't know. Right now he knows.
mm,
So every word he speaks, logo, there was a time when Okel camera chokera.
mm.
So he knows what he's doing. But to the crowd, they feel bad.
Eh,
To him he's right, and to other people overseas and stuff, people who are on social media, they're
mm,
okay with it.
He was very calculated with his moves.
With his moves. He knew. Most people judge Pato as a wrong person. It's not. People will learn after 5 years that, kumbe, these are the footsteps we are supposed to. Now here you see, Eddie Wiz is a very disciplined artist. He doesn't want to talk a lot. He keeps his brand. Eddie Wiz, you'll not hear he has spoken here. Even about this battle, it was you who hosted him. He doesn't speak as such like for. Hey. So for him, I think he gets back door, gets to the studio, and he does his music. The music speaks by itself. Now, this is what they call music elevation. You elevate your music through other stuff. When the one hit maker Nkude had his beach concert, Lil Pazo, he was on news, even contacted the family of Paul Cafero. He did a song, they wrote there, he has to pay 300 millions over Irene Tale, did what? Until the concert is done, then they slow down. They always keep on news until the event gets down.
Staying on the news.
Staying on the news, being relevant, doing this, going even to cause fights. Even he parked wrongly, the police had to arrest him. You get it? He wants to be where?
In the news.
In the news. And that is the idea Pato Loverboy is borrowing in northern Uganda that people don't know. So, Dano can mere Gitamo personally. By the way, Pato is not a proud person. Neither Eddie Wiz. But because you be skeptic, so PR, how people relate to Pato sometimes get network because he's always smart, he's always in his own world. When you're always smart, you're always you get it? And in the real sense, no. And that's what he was even saying yesterday. The truth is, stay with me, you'll know what I am. Getting to the battle, let's do this. Let's do this. I want Northern Uganda to know musically. And like Kagaway, the future of music lies where? The art. When they say this guy is a musician, what composes a musician? The gangers he have, what kind of ways is the music? Is it a one-way music? Or it's a overall way music? So this is one thing that people have failed to notice from Pato Loverboy. Eddie Wiz is more of cultural music. He does La Kubu Kubu so well. He does love music so well. And that is, when you're an artist, you need to know your sound. When you're an artist, you need to know your crowd. Eddie Wiz knows the women are his. And he has these people, he knows his target. So Pato also knows the youth, Joanne Vulunganga, youth in Iman, Awobe Egini, these people, Kidon, Ludire, they're his. That is his strong, supporters. So comparably, Kauno Kiti Nanonini, Johnny Modirgi music tinini, musically, Tironeta, Eroka via performance. Performance Malawoni, to be honest. Live band. Pato Loverboy took it.
Why are you the only one saying Pato Loverboy?
No, you know what? To be honest, I know a lot of people are going to say, Innocent is saying what? He doesn't understand what. Me personally, I've been in live band. I don't know what happened with the microphone when Eddie was singing. I could hardly hear his voice. Ingeuka waiting to vibe. I do you pick one, then the crowd
down.
Takes like 10 seconds. You say what the crowd. You get it.
Yes.
That is called music with vibe. Pato Loverboy would do that, but he was showing the people how they do live band music. I've been with the Janzi band. I've been with tonight they're in Chadondo, this live band, or it's called what?
Mm.
When you see how those guys do their live band, stage wise, performance,
Mm.
Pato Loverboy excelled more than Eddie. The
Okay.
crowd,
Mm.
Eddie Wizzy did better than
And Pato.
Pato.
Mm.
So if the judge is to come from the crowd, Eddie Wizzy
Crowd. Mm.
took it.
But in a professional
In a
angle.
professional musical way,
Mm.
Eddie Wizzy, Pato took it. I want to say this again. Ameta watching it. Kaya ni kijudging
Mm.
music nini. Kid madano maru kela we, nyowe pala we,
Mm.
Eddie Wizzy utero. Yana
Mm.
dano ba maru we ne.
Mm.
Kaya ni kiteni diero me we, kid mala we weru kede.
Mm.
Pato Loverboy utero.
Okay. We're done on the negative aspect of your analysis on this battle.
The negative analysis is quite damaging to the promoter and to the next event.
Of course, this is what done for me because what you say, and it also affected them. So we are here to make the
One,
industry better.
now this is it. Uh, Mr. Over Mrs. Promoter,
Mm.
this event, if you really needed to make money, which the sign shows ni, tell me when you're chene.
Mm.
But pay par be set back per this event
Mm.
to the two parties.
Mm.
Then also to the crowd.
Mm.
12 beti, ye, nyo winye kila way in some amount of money. Magin they are satisfied with it. Beguna ochene anone.
Mm.
Eh? Ento, pay par ni, uh, way in any okay because this is something which is something setting a stamp mark in northern Uganda. It is not easy to wrap it. It's a record.
Mm.
But someone wasted resources, time in the cold with rain and stuff. Then someone has nothing to take home. Nobody knows who owns the crowd in Gulu.
Or pego their
Pego
results.
their results.
Mm.
That is the biggest mistake they made.
That is one.
Two, the arrangement itself was poor.
Mm.
Especially time management. Number one, okay, poor arrangement starts with time management.
Mm.
Why would the artist enter the stage? This is a big event. I expect by one is done. Then people go to the kafundas and stuff.
Mm.
Eh? So the arrangement itself was not okay.
The issue of time.
The issue of time.
Mm.
I also want to talk about the venue. Then I get back to the venue itself. One, actually, it's a very big venue.
Mm.
Do you know I was still even disappointed to see such kind of counters in actually in
Mm.
where they give you a bottle of beer with a lot of,
With a lot of what?
I mean, like they were not organized.
You're talking about the setup at the garden?
I don't know.
Mm.
The counter was for who?
Mm.
Actually, it's a big place, so the promoter should have known that if you first put a 10, a organized one,
Mm.
have maybe you can have there are this, how do I call it? There are always these movable fridges. I don't know. There are these like these guys of ice cream always move with ice balls.
Mm.
Okay, I mean like I can't pay a VIP.
Mm.
Then they bring me like I need something cold, but they're bringing me something which is
Warm.
not cold. I was even told, okay, if you needed cold beers, they are at the counter of actually in itself, not at the garden where the event is.
Mm.
Okay, we've seen this always happen in other places, but at least they always improvise. When you go to Lugogo, when you go to these places,
Mm.
you get a shooting comfortable, service. You get it.
Mm.
So it takes us backward when we come for a corporate event like this,
Mm.
and the service is not in terms of drinks and stuff.
Mm.
I request they work on this.
Lebet mabe
Gulu is
maparfin.
elevated. Eh?
Eh.
You get it.
Eh.
I'm buying an energy drink, but liat.
Ine mere bedangi.
No, me arbed mangich.
Mm.
You want a Red Bull? It is not there.
Mm.
You want this? It is not. Like
Oh, some
they
things were some
undermined.
things were not available.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
So next time when you are having this, at least the venue owner should incorporate with the promoter
Mm.
to at least work on that.
Okay.
Getting to the stage, I told you there was a mistake.
Mm.
Rules were broken.
Okay.
They tossed a coin.
Mm.
You either choose the head or
The tail.
one chose the head and one chose the tail.
Mm.
So if you chose the head, you are supposed to start to perform, and that was Edewizi
Mm.
was supposed to start to perform.
Mm.
Guy didn't want to start performing, and the crowd didn't know this.
Mm.
Pato said, there's no problem. Let me what?
Start.
So at the end of the day, you find that why? Why is someone saying no? That is also another thing.
Mm.
Two, I already talked about time management, though I didn't digest it all that.
Mm.
The promoter, if you are going to do another event of such a kind, at least start was by 2. Do you know Edewizi stepped on stage? It was 3:30 a.m.
Some people were tired.
People left. Rain also came and bothered people and stuff.
Mm.
So, do you know it could even be an excuse that maybe the crowd which was there, either they are only for Edewizi or only for Pato. It is of a disadvantage to the musician.
Mm.
The promoter didn't care about the artist. The person was thinking about the get. How about the musicians themselves? Because man, these people perform for the love of the people.
Mm.
Do you know how much, like Eddie Wizard has toiled to get where he is?
He has worked so
People
hard.
despise this guy.
He has worked so hard
Eh?
for the name.
Eddie Wizard, Peramo way,
Mm.
you get it.
Mm.
But the guy has vibe. Hate it or love it, the music is his.
Mm.
Eh? The crowd was his, to be honest. So now I'm wondering, why do you bring a superstar at 3:30 a.m. on stage? What's your problem?
The promoter is failing the
The
artist.
promoter is failing the artist. Pinga poke ledu wizi chon. Inyo damu agi bo pain mano gimi odaka.
Jomo Kano being why South Sudan
Eh?
for this show. People came from
Yeah.
South Sudan, from Kidguru,
Like imagine you rented a
even
room.
Kampala.
Mm.
Ghana being why
Eh?
Kampala.
You rented a room and you be like, nah, I paid for the room. I'm not sleeping in the room. What? Some
Mm.
people are, like they're not mean,
Mm.
but they're curious on how they uses their money.
Mm.
So if at all this thing is gonna be there again, the promoter should mind of the artist.
Mm.
We shouldn't see Eddie at 3:30 on stage. Maybe the fans have left.
Mm.
Then they will start saying, hey, they were buyers, hey, they were what?
Okay. Away from the negative side of the event, looking at yesterday's event, what conclusion do you draw basing on how fans responded and how the place was properly packed? There are many events which are done here. People are selective with the type of events they attend.
This
But
event,
yesterday was so
this
massive.
event showed that Eddie and Pato,
Mm.
they're a brand you can never break.
Mm.
The crowd which was there yesterday, even Chameleon cannot pull that crowd.
Man, it was too big under 20K. You see, most of the events here, 5K, 10K, 5K, 10K. I
Mm.
also had personally
Mm.
mixed reactions.
Mm.
Because sometimes with the 10K, we also struggle to get the
The
numbers.
numbers,
But
yes.
this one was abnormally packed at 20K.
But also, that one, I want to, appreciate the musicians
Mm,
to let this happen. I believe it's for a good cause, business. This is not something personal.
mm.
I believe it's for a good cause. So if it's for a good cause, then they did the rightful thing. I don't think because I've lived with Eddie Weezy and Pamako Diomechunye, you get it.
Yes.
Whatever people say on social media, well, he's less concerned. He's a guy who minds his business and doesn't talk.
Mm.
Okay? So even if people say, hey, for him, he's a smart guy.
So,
So
mm,
the promoter, the next event, the arrangement, time management, and then also how does she manage the stage? How does he manage the stage? Who are the coordinators? Look like everybody was fluttering amongst the people. Everybody's like, eh? All the like I don't know how they were running. Like everybody was stepping on the stage. Like everybody runs at the stage at any time they want.
mm.
Eh? You don't step on the stage if you're not one of the ushers who are maybe backup artists or something.
So the stage control was poor.
Was poor. The sound was good, as I said. The stage itself was okay. Everything was okay.
Mm,
Then also, the other thing that they needed to work on is how do I want to bring this? Something is flipping over my head here. How the musicians were taken.
mm,
Um, I saw when Pato Loverboy was on stage. I don't know how they arranged it, but I want this to get to Pato Loverboy.
mm,
That the stage was so big, but they made it look like it's a very small stage in terms of the people they brought on stage.
mm,
It wasn't necessary. The same thing to Ediwizi.
mm,
It wasn't necessary. What people need right at that time, maybe the backup singers and maybe a few dances and stuff, but
mm.
not like you carry the whole camp.
Overcrowding the place.
Uh, the whole camp of One Step was on stage. The whole camp of Fire, More Fire, was on stage, which
Mm,
wasn't good. Then also to Pato Loverboy, bro. You know, sometimes the words you speak can break you.
mm.
So there are certain words that Patola Boy did speak. For sure, I knew it is hurting someone who supports Eddie Weezy. Some of the words,
uh,
at that time, when you say my mom is like this, my dad is like this, yes, but I think he has done too many radio talk shows. And a smart celebrity, you speak once about that,
mm.
okay? People will always follow what you spoke some time
The
back.
other
Hey,
time.
there was a time he spoke